Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Maulana Zakaria, and today I will discuss about what is corruption, how is corruption in Indonesia, and what impact of corruption on society and the country. The word corruption comes from the Latin corruptio, which means rotten or damaged. Corruption is defined as the act of any person with the aim of benefiting himself or another person or a corporation, also misuse of authority, opportunity, or means available to him because of the position or position that can harm the state finances or the state economy. When viewed based on the world rankings, Indonesia is in position 85 of the 180 most corrupt countries in the world. Today, Indonesia's corruption perception index is at a score of 14 and ranking 85. The Corruption Eradication Commission recorded total state losses due to corruption cases reaching 168 trillion rupiah. This loss is accumulated handling of corruption cases during 2004 until 2019. Action of corruption are actions that very detrimental to the state. Corruption causes a country's economic growth to slow down, reduce investment, increase poverty, and increase income inequality. Even corruption can also reduce the level of happiness of the people in the country. In Indonesia, the punishment of corruptor is stipulated in Article 2, Paragraph 1 of the Corruption Act, which reads, "Any person who violates the law, commits an act to enrich himself or another person or a corporation that can harm state finances is subject to imprisonment with a life sentence or criminal punishment, minimum imprisonment of 4 years and a maximum of 20 years. Meanwhile, for fines at least 200 million rupiah and a maximum 1 billion rupiah. However, along the way, not all convicted corruption cases complete their prison terms in accordance with the sentencing. Because the legal system in Indonesia provides permanent remission to detainees. The bad face of corruption eradication in Indonesia is further tarnished when convicted corruption cases can get luxury self-facilities while incarcerated in prison. The most recent corruption that occurred in Indonesia was the corruption case social assistance due to the COVID-19 pandemic by the Minister of Social Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, Juliari Peter Batubara. The Minister of Social Affairs, Juliari Peter Batubara, or GPB, was officially named a suspect by the Corruption Eradication Commission, or KPK. In this case, the KPK named 5 people as suspects. The recipients are GPB, MGS, and AW. Meanwhile, the givers were AIM and HS. In this arrest operation, the KPK also found money in a number of foreign currency denominations, respectively namely around 12 billion rupiah, around 171 US dollar, and around 2,300 Singapore dollar. The Ministry of Social Affairs, which should have been the center for community assistance during this pandemic, was instead used as a place to steal by officials who only think about themselves without seeing the impact that assistance should be given to people who need basic goods to survive. During this pandemic, the consequence of this corruption can have impact. An unequal distribution of basic commodities that should be able to be obtained by every community affected by Corona as it is today. According to Article 2, Paragraph 2 of Law Number 20/2001 concerning eradication of corruption crime, it reads, "In the event that criminal act of corruption as referred to in Paragraph 1 is committed under certain circumstances, the death penalty can be imposed." According to KPK Chairman Firly Bahuri, The condition of COVID-19 pandemic enter or fulfill the element of in certain circumstances in accordance with paragraph 2 of Article 2 of Law number 20 of 2001 concerning eradication of corruption crime. Thus, the death penalty is held to be a punishment for a social assistant corruptor. Each individual must also have awareness of anti-corruption, collusion, and nepotism. Education of the danger of corruption is also important to be given to young generation. At least, this is what happened in Japan and South Korea. In these two countries, corruption is a like major disgrace. The culture of shame in both countries is still very strong. Those who are caught in corruption cases will be deeply embraced. This is my analytical exposition about corruption. I hope this video can be useful for you and hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe Authentic Voice YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, dude.